So let me ask y'all this, because there's been so many varying stories, and I haven't been here for a minute. So the one story that I heard is that this is not about the dice game or any of that. That this shit happened. That this shit started earlier in the day, off in one of the neighborhoods off in Houston. That there was some issue in, and that Jay Prince and his son lent some bodyguards or some people that said they would roll with Migos or whatever. And then they get to the spot, they hanging out, they doing all of this shit. And that part of the video where we're being led to believe that Quavo is arguing with somebody, they're saying that he was actually trying to be a peacemaker right there.
Yeah, that's a
I
bizarre
don't think
story.
so.
Those were
Yeah, I don't
those
think
words
so
he was
either.
speaking were not words of peace.
I think you have a different connotation of what a peacemaker is because you ain't grew up in the Sun community. The peacemaker in the Sun community it would appear to be argumentative and aggressive.
And that's why they get shot along with the criminals when they try to do these violence interrupter bullshit.
Exactly.
So hold on.
From
You're
what I
saying
heard,
that
Quavo lost quite a bit of money in a dice game.
They say he lost $100,000.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like it went
and
from
the other guy said, "Oh, we're going."
it went
And
from
he was not happy about
7,000.
that.
It went from 7,000 originally all the way to 100,000. And again, the story that I heard was that they got into a beef with some people earlier in the day, and some of those people came around.
And yeah, I'm not trying to talk bad about Takeoff because I know the man is dead. But let's just keep it 100. If you go on YouTube and type in the Migos fighting, you will see that they got to fighting with a lot of people,
Oh yeah.
and they're very aggressive.
That's how they got famous, really.
Yeah, they're always fighting different celebrities. And another thing
And they're usually
is,
the ones that started it.
yeah, they're always the one that started. And Takeoff was accused of rape a couple years ago. So this whole thing about him being such a quiet guy, yes, he actually, I do believe he raped that girl because she went to the hospital and they called the police, law enforcement, because she had bruises that that showed proof that she was raped. So I don't believe he's this quiet guy. Heck no.
That's disgusting.
really, I can't co-sign that just off of that, man. I can't put that on that man because a lot of groups.
Yeah, we need more evidence on that.
Yeah,
She went to the hospital. They did a rape kit on her.
I'm gonna look that up.
I mean, I don't know what else y'all want.
No, we need more evidence.
Okay.
I would say I've definitely done a double take on some of the lyrics that he was doing, a review of his lyrics, and yeah, he was definitely singing like he was about that life.
It's messed up. Y'all don't believe the woman.
He was facing a civil trial next year for that rape.
I do not believe those rape allegations until I see some kind of proof.
She went to the hospital the night she got raped, and they ended up calling law enforcement. She took a rape kit. Let me tell you something. If she was lying, she would have waited to this week to say he raped her. She would have waited last month.
You can't put logic on crazy, brown sugar. You don't know what a crazy groupie bitch would do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I was ready to take your word for it, though. But do you know where?
And this but I'm gonna say this: if you're a woman and a rich celebrity rape you, and you say a famous person rape you, no one's gonna believe you. If I said Michael B. Jordan raped me, and I say that, no one's going to believe me, even though he did, and that's just messed up.
I would just say, don't be at Michael B. Jordan's room at 2 a.m.
No, it don't matter.
That does matter, and that's
it don't. She took a rape
what
kit.
matters is
she took
getting
a
the
rape
kit.
kit.
But just because you get a rape kit collected doesn't mean you were raped.
If she wasn't raped, why did the hospital call the police on him?
Or they have to do that every time there's a rape kit collected.
Yeah.
There's a lot of second thoughts, things that get in there, and they can tell from the examination whether it was forceful or not.
I think there's valid points in both sides of this argument, but I'm pretty sure that maybe he did it though, because they're just posting it all on Twitter too, like bragging about all of it.
Yeah.
Well,
and the medical report did show signs of forceful entry.
I want to be clear. I'm not
rape.
I'm not having this jackass's back on that. I was speaking to the specific point when Brown Sugar said you don't believe the woman, and that's where my explanation came in from. No,
I believe the woman when there's physical evidence. And if there's physical evidence, I believe it.
It's just not that simple when you're talking about somebody this famous and this rich.
Keep your ass at home.
I know. The money makes a difference, but still,
heck yeah,
I will believe the woman at that point. I'm not going to believe the woman just from a claim from 6 odd years ago with no physical evidence.
Yeah, if they process her kit and there's semen in his profile there, then that's more carries more weight than her just claiming it was rape.
Yeah, she went to the hospital right afterwards. She didn't wait a week. She didn't wait a day.
That's what I'm saying. She went that night.
Right,
that's
but you have to
that's rare.
You have to process the kit, and then you also have to cross-reference text messages and
it's a backlog right now in rape kits. I just did a story of a woman who rape kit didn't get processed almost 30 years later.
Right, but you still have to have physical evidence.
That's when you need the police to pull a card and say, "Hey, move this one to the front of the line. This one's big."
Well, everyone can say that. Like, they can say that about any case. Everyone thinks their case is the most important case. Every detective, every family member. So that argument's kind of nonsense.
Well, this one, you actually have a suspect claimed. Sometimes you don't.
Let's read the particulars, man. Let me read what this case is about. It says, Migos rapper Takeoff has been accused of rape in a civil lawsuit by a woman who alleges that he assaulted her in a bedroom at a party in June. According to the lawsuit, which was filed Wednesday, this was 2020, a woman identified only as Jane Doe claims that Takeoff, whose real name is Kershnik Kari Ball, raped her at a party in Los Angeles on June 23rd. Doe sought medical care at a hospital the same day, where hospital staff observed physical evidence of forceful rape. The lawsuit states she also reported the assault to police officers who came to the hospital, according to Doe's lawyer. The Los Angeles Police Department confirmed to NBC News that there is a police report but will not comment on the date the police report was filed or whether police talked to Doe at the hospital. The LAPD did, however, confirm that the department is investigating the allegation against the rapper. Takeoff's attorney, Drew Feinling, categorically denied the accusation against his client in a statement. He also accused Doe's representative of not fulfilling their due diligence by speaking with relevant witnesses before launching the accusations against his client. What has become abundantly clear is that the allegations made against Takeoff are patently and provably false. Feinling said in a statement sent to NBC News, Takeoff is renowned for his artistic talent as well as his quiet, reserved, and peaceful personality. In this instant, those known personality traits have made him a target of an obvious exploitative money grab. As his counsel, we are well aware and well versed on the importance of civil and criminal prosecution of true sexual assaults. This is not one of those situations. The lawsuit states that at a party on June 23rd, the woman noticed Takeoff staring at her several times throughout the evening, which made her extremely uncomfortable. So you're at a party and one of the Migos is staring at you and it makes you feel uncomfortable.
If it ain't Quavo, yeah, it will make me feel uncomfortable. Because Offset and Takeoff is not my favorite, and I would not want them staring at me. But Quavo, he could stare at me.
No, yeah. You the one you like the lead singer. That's all. You just like the one that's the most famous. You're fame. You out for fame, man. And
I like Quavo. I always loved Quavo.
But look who got Cardi B, man. So man, you can't talk about Offset like that. But anyway, let me go on, man. Look, so she said she felt extremely uncomfortable that a man worth $26 million was staring at her in the body. Takeoff allegedly approached Doe and offered her marijuana later in the night. But the woman continued to feel uncomfortable by his presence and extracted herself from the interaction. Doe told her the party host Daryl. She told the party host Daryl McPherson that she had no desire to engage in any sort of intimate relationship with Takeoff, and that she felt unsettled by her interaction with him. And McPherson offered to take Doe to his room. So the host of the party was like, "I'll take you to my room." While walking up the stairs, however, the two encountered Takeoff, and McPherson and the rapper got into an argument, the lawsuit said. McPherson, also known as DJ Durel, is a producer and recording engineer and the official DJ of the Migos. Doe went on to McPherson's room, which Takeoff entered shortly thereafter, according to the suit. Takeoff allegedly began touching Doe, even though Doe clearly and unequivocally refused his advances and instructed him that she did not want to have sex with him, the lawsuit said. Notwithstanding plaintiff's express refusal, defendant Takeoff grabbed the plaintiff, flipped her over face down, and pulled down her clothing, the lawsuit said. Defendant Takeoff then proceeded to have forceful sexual intercourse with the plaintiff from behind without the plaintiff's consent. Ramani, a former federal prosecutor, that's the girl's lawyer, disputes the assertion that his client is looking for money or fame and says she wants to remain anonymous for her safety. He said she decided to file a civil lawsuit before a completed criminal case only because she felt the LAPD was dragging its feet with the investigation. Okay, so she filed a civil lawsuit before the criminal investigation was over with. And listen, man, She could have got raped. I'm not saying that she didn't, but
Quick question. So couldn't she avoid it? I mean, if this happened, it's horrible. First and foremost, I want to say that. But couldn't this have been avoided when she noticed that he wouldn't stop staring if she just would have went home?
Yeah. That would have been my first suggestion.
What if her home was 1,000 miles away? Like, we don't know where she's from, how she got there. I mean, we don't know
anywhere.
that.
Women shouldn't put themselves...
Men shouldn't rape women.
Of that.
I mean, of course, we know that. But again, if you start to feel uncomfortable, maybe your spidey sense should tell you I should go home instead of continuing to be around these people who are making me
intuition.
Women felt uncomfortable. If women left every place they felt uncomfortable because somebody's staring at them, they'd never leave the fucking house.
Maybe they're being told not to discriminate.
You see how big Takeoff eyes is? I mean, them things staring at you. I don't know.
Rape ain't her fault, man. I'm sorry.
No one said it was, bro.
But we still don't know if this was rape or not.
In West Africa, tell them what they would have told them in West Africa. Why was you in...
We ain't in West Africa.
No, we out here in America.
Those rules don't apply.
Thank God y'all ain't in West Africa.
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you, God. We not in
Africa. It's common sense.
How the fuck do you run out of rape kits?
Yeah.
Take yourself out of uncomfortable places. Rapes would lessen, along with being armed.
Well, that's a school. Girls should take themselves out of school. Because some creep's staring at him?
We got to use common sense, man. If you're at a mansion party in Miami at 2 a.m,
she went in the bedroom and he followed her and raped her.
That's
But
the last place
why
you
is
should
she
go
going?
for
Yeah,
weirdos
why is she
following
going
you.
there?
Exactly. I'm just saying, they got to use fucking
Yeah,
common
last
sense.
place you should go is the bedroom.
Lure.
It said she went to the bedroom. It said she told the host, she told the Migos DJ, who she was cool with, that she was uncomfortable. Quavo was,
No, Takeoff.
Takeoff was being lecherous, whatever. So he said, okay, I'll take you to the room. I guess to get away. On the way to the room, while walking up the stairs, they ran into Takeoff. And apparently, she says Takeoff started arguing. So she implicates the DJ in the story, which is on her side. You got to give her credit for that because she's implicating someone else who now has to come testify.
It's also horrific.
And they do argue all the time. So I believe there was an argument because he stayed in the argument. He died in the argument.
Terrific that the person that she trusted to help her didn't help her.
Conflict.
Another great decision.
Hold on, the person that she trusted to help her couldn't. It's not that he didn't help her, but she's saying that he couldn't because Takeoff they get in an argument with Takeoff, and then Takeoff comes into the guy's room, and in front of the guy,
she should have
allegedly raped her.
But again, like, what is she supposed to do when she goes up in this room? Just sit there by herself? Like, it doesn't make any sense how you staying at the party where this dude is harassing you and you're going to go upstairs and sit in a room by yourself and make yourself more vulnerable. It doesn't jive at all. And then her supposed protector friend guy is just going to like stand there, I guess. Like, none of this story makes any sense.
In the chronological part of the story, he just vanishes from it.
Where did he go?
Where did he go? Right.
Takeoff's right there, and he's like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, sorry, bro. You can go, go fuck her. Sorry. It doesn't make any sense.
You realize this is a party. This is also his home.
Yeah, and if she is going upstairs with him, where did he go?
He probably went back to the party.
And that's entirely
because there's
speculative.
people in his house.
That's entirely speculative.
No, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, Takeoff dead. I just bring that up.
I can tell some people ain't got daughters. That's for goddamn sure.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yo, so let me just say this. What she said is plausible. It's not like a cockamamie story that's just it could never happen. It's at least plausible. Now, here's the thing. We do know that these guys get a lot of ass. I mean, and they're not used to girls saying no. We do know that. We do know that. Takeoff, if he had a party, he wants some ass. The only way he probably couldn't get the ass is if Quavo wanted first. But so these are the Migos. These are not just like regular SoundCloud rappers. They're used to hearing yes. His ego could have, been like, nah, you know what I'm saying? What you mean? Like that challenge. He could have seen her as a challenge. Like, oh shit, she challenged. She ain't just going with the vibe. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to chase her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. But
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Let me move on. It says, it's about justice, not money, her lawyer said. The rape happened a month and a half ago. This is 2020. And the LAPD has been dragging its feet in terms of making an arrest. So we filed a civil suit. A month and a half is not a long time. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Romani emphasized that survivors often don't report their sexual assaults immediately, if at all. But in this case, his client went to the hospital and told law enforcement about the alleged events the same day they occurred. And yes, that does help her case greatly. She's willing and eager to cooperate with law enforcement, and we will support law enforcement in whatever way possible. My client would be happy if he was arrested and charged. Did he ever get arrested?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So that was a real case though. Like
now we know why the Sun community is supporting.
You know, they say though, money talk, bull walk.
Yeah,
he did. So
well, just ask the chat. Press 1 if you think, based on what you've heard, that it was a setup by the girl, or press 2 if you think he legitimately committed a crime, based on what you've heard.
Salute to Don't Kill the Messenger, man. Salute to you, bro.
So I wonder if they just cut her a check and just call it a day because he's gone.
That might be a poll, Lock.
I know one thing, guys like me and Marcy, we don't condone that rape shit.
Exactly. It don't matter where she at. A nigga ain't got no business forcing himself on no female, period, or no man.
Yeah, especially on a train.
No child. It don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter what she got on. It don't matter how drunk she is, how high she is. If she is not agreeing to have sex with you, you do not go between nobody's legs or between nobody's buttocks and force yourself on that person.
I agree.
Who's making the opposite point?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but you have to always think: what if the perfect scenario doesn't come to fruition? You got to prepare for worst case scenario. He ignores all those. Someone ignores all those norms, and just go ahead and decide to take the cookie. So you have to decide. Is it worth staying in this spot when there's a chance that someone who's bothering me, who I feel threatened by, should I stay in that same spot, or should I decide to just take my chances, leave, go elsewhere?
I think what Mayo said is very important, because I've been that guy, that lecherous guy. I'm from DC, man. Most dudes that's from DC are very aggressive. I say like they're aggressive with cops. They're very aggressive with women. I mean, I was raised to be extreme, to not take a no is just like basically one step closer to a yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was raised very aggressive with women. I'm not talking about physically, but like with your rap, persistent, like
behavior.
Yeah, like yeah. I'm not gonna lie, because I know people know me. Very aggressive, you know what I'm saying? It's just naturally. And I never saw nothing wrong with it until I started going to different cities and seeing how different people behave, and seeing that some dudes would be scared to talk to girls, or they would talk to a girl and the girl shoot them down and they just go away. Like, the girl be down the street and she got a fat ass and she 2 blocks away and they're like, oh, fuck, she too far away. Like, DC dudes don't think like that.
You know what? I was too, but one thing for sure, Chief, if she didn't let me know clear signs, I would have passed on it. That's just how I moved, But I was aggressive too. But I'm not gonna have you accusing me of shit, to be honest.
I think both sides gotta earn it from each other.
Where was she safer though? Amongst being around people, presumably some of those people she knew, or going up to a room by herself with this dude that's been harassing her?
Bro, you
during the night.
to an emotional conversation. This is an emotional conversation now.
She didn't go up with him.
She
went up to a room by herself.
He came
Why? Why would you put yourself there?
All right. Why do people go into bedrooms at parties? To fuck or to rest?
Oh, okay. We're getting somewhere then. Why did she leave a place where there were witnesses and go somewhere alone?
There was a lock where she could lock a door and refs to get away from him?
Apparently, it didn't work.
But you know what? Fisherman, the fact is that me and you nobody knows. But I never liked that argument that you just made for this case.
No, it's bullshit, dude. That's just like, oh, she shouldn't have been wearing
Emotions
short
versus
skirt.
logic, Fisherman.
Yeah, it is emotions versus logic. But you would not leave your friend group to go to a room by yourself.
So a guy wouldn't rape her, Fisher? A guy wouldn't rape her?
I'm not saying that's not possible, but the facts of this story don't line up with that.
But you don't know.
Let me read some more facts. The doc submitted in the Los Angeles courthouse stated she arrived at the party in Encino at 7 p.m. Takeoff apparently showed up sometime later. At that point, she spotted a handgun sitting on a table. Doe alleged that Takeoff offered her some marijuana, claiming his staring made her uncomfortable. The woman said she told Durel she had no desire to engage in any sort of intimate relationship with the messy rapper. That's the name of the song, Messy. As the duo walked upstairs, they saw Takeoff again, and an argument allegedly ensued before she went in Durel's room alone. So she went in the room alone. So that's Takeoff and the guys out there arguing like, man, I was trying to holler at that bitch. Like, no, man, she said she don't want to holler at you, man. Man, fuck that bitch, man. Open the door. No, man, don't go in there. Leave her alone. Man, nigga, move the fuck out the way. I mean, I don't know. I guess that
doesn't make, like, you see what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense, though. Why would he be like, oh, man, I guess I'm going to have to let him in?
Because he's the DJ and he's
no, you tell him, go the fuck back downstairs, bro. Leave her the fuck alone. You don't open the door and be like, well, I guess you win.
That's not what happened.
Exactly. Why can't it be on that dude? Like, y'all are giving that dude a pass when we're saying if he's the protector, he should have stopped it right there. We're not saying, yeah, he should have raped her. I don't understand how y'all are even getting to that.
But maybe
why didn't the DJ stop it?
Maybe he couldn't.
Then she needs to go home.
Okay, but now she's in the room.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't know her circumstances to why she couldn't leave. We don't know if she flew out there. We don't know if she was staying in the man's house. We don't know if she even had any freaking money like that. So you can't just say for her to go home
versus getting raped or even being in the position to get.
She didn't know she was going to get raped.
Exactly. Oh, let me stop right there because, like, listen, I'm sure a woman, not this woman. Any woman who was in this situation, let's take her out of it. Let's take Takeoff out of it. Any woman at this point that's at a rap party, she's been around some people before. And she knows she's been aggressed by some men. I'm sure she didn't think that she was going to get raped. Right? So, like, saying that she could have possibly in her mind, like, this is going to end in a rape, I don't think the natural woman who's around Sunman thinks that, oh, yeah, I'm about to get raped now.
Uncomfortable. When she said she was uncomfortable earlier, why not just leave?
Well, here's the thing, like Brown should have said, like, and Mel said this, like, just leaving is like, okay, you're 22 years old and fucking you're at a party and shit, and you know the DJ, and you're telling the DJ that the guy's being lecherous towards you, and the DJ's like, all right, man, come on, go to my room. It's not like you're like, all right, I'm just leave. Like, it's like you're just trying to get away from this guy, and it's like just leaving is like an extreme.
You can ask him to leave.
Let me ask you this.
You can ask him to leave.
That too. Let me ask you this though. Let's say the reverse. Let's say the situation is it's a bunch of gliders telling a son man that he got to get out of there. They're gonna kick his ass. You got to get out of here. But he knows the DJ, so he don't want to leave. So he stays there and they stomp the shit out of him. Wouldn't we say, why ain't you leave, dude?
Yo, that's Takeoff, dog. They're not gonna kick Takeoff
out. Tell the son man to leave.
Right. Not only that, but he's somebody in the clique. He has status amongst them. Haven't you been around a bunch of motherfuckers? The boss is the boss is the boss, bro.
Exactly. You act like Takeoff just met this DJ that night. Like, he's been knowing that DJ. Like, that DJ that had
unless Takeoff is known to the DJ as a serial rapist, yeah, I would tell even Takeoff, hey man, you starting to cross the line, bro. Stiffen up. Don't do this. Yeah, I would tell him that. Stepping out of the way and letting him get himself in this situation is the bitch move.
But what if they see women at these parties not as even humans? Because like I could see like these guys seeing the groupies at these parties as if like hors d'oeuvres on a, like, you know, when the guy comes around with the tray of hors d'oeuvres, you just pick one off.
Not like, Takeoff. He was quiet and
the argument
he was a quiet artist.
Hallway.
Takeoff was a sweetheart. What do you mean?
Both things could be true. I'm a nice guy, and like I said, man, I was very aggressive, man, with women, and I'm talking about like very aggressive, and I wasn't nearly the most aggressive dude I knew. I was like on the fucking far, the least in the spectrum.
It's kind of like when, you know, they let certain dudes snitch, and everybody knows he snitched, but he's somebody with the guys. Even though we all know that he could, they let him snitch.
He'll kill your ass if you call him a snitch.
Someone that ain't nobody, they can't snitch. They'll get on their bumper.
Yeah, it's dudes that will kill you. A la Nipsey Hussle if you call him a snitch in public. He was gonna kill your ass for that shit. But they snitched. They broke the rule that other dudes can't come around for, but this dude get to come around because he'll kill your ass if you say something about it.
It's disgusting.
It is, but that's the rules of the jungle, my guys, my boys.
And Takeoff is the fucker. He's amigo. And you're a DJ. And you can be replaced. He can't be replaced. You can be replaced. So, like, if he starts telling you, man, move the fuck out the way, man. Let me in the room. Like, what do you do?
We're gonna put that replacement theory to the test here soon.
Over a random, over a random hood rat. You gonna fucking go to bat over a random hood rat. Not even a random hood. I'm sure
I would stop him from being in the situation behind a random hood. Like, bro, you finna go in here and force this random, man? Come on, man. We got plenty bitches down here. Like, come on.
No, but he wanted that one, though.
And see, I can see the DJ saying that, going back downstairs with him, smoking a joint, and then he sneaks off later and goes upstairs and does it.
According to the timeline, as soon as she walked in the door, he was right behind her.
A bad moral compass.
Yeah.
These dudes are, if this shit happened, that's horrible. And I want to be clear, man, don't be putting that shit on me like I'm out here putting it out here like that shit is cool, man.
But you are on the others. You're staunchly on the other end of it.
I'm just saying the storyline doesn't.
I'm staunchly that her story sounds not like she was being a naive dummy.
And she takes this to a civil suit.
And I believe if women stopped being naive in a lot of situations, they could outthink these type of criminals.
But have y'all not been watching?
Cannot outthink a rape because you never know when they're gonna hit.
Right? Don't y'all watch Odd Nation?
So let's go take a bunch of Molly at 3 a.m. around 80 dudes.
Have a brother's violence just jumps at you? Haven't you been watching? Where y'all been at?
Yeah, don't go jogging in the middle of the day in a park in New York.
Right. Don't go to McDonald's. Don't go to McDonald's. Go to Burger King. Don't go to
Don't get on the subway to go to work.
Don't go to work.
Don't get on the subway because if you're on the subway and a guy starts talking to himself, you're supposed to automatically know that he's going to stab you in your heart 10 seconds later. Like,
how do we get to this? Like I don't know. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, the point is a woman cannot always deter rape. Like, we don't know when it's gonna strike. She probably would never thought Takeoff, this famous rapper that can get any woman in the world at this moment, would come and do that to her.
Would that jump in the car right now and go to a party in Orange Mound, Brown Sugar?
If you're 22, if Brown Sugar,
you wouldn't because you're using common sense.
Not right now though, but I'm sure if she wasn't married, you got to take yourself back to when you were college age. Would you have gone to that party at college age?
If I was 19 years old and it was a party, yeah, I would have went because I would been around my peers, and I probably would have went to a party. Yeah.
In Orange Mound.
I mean, it's still part of Memphis. It's Memphis, ain't that's where I'm at.
It's not smart.
Y'all remember? I mean, yeah, probably.
So basically, those guys in the Middle East had it right by saying that women can't leave without a male escort.
Well, I mean, yeah, and they're part of the world.
Here, they need 3 witnesses for a rape.